Yeah, so I mean, when no, not when I was around, and I was saying it, we just said it to each other, and it was kind of like, ha, yeah, funny. And when I started seeing it on T-shirts and shit, I noticed the first time it was my dad's friend, Ron and Barb. I think it was Ron and Barb. I think so. It was a friend of my dad's that the guy worked with him, and we would go play with his kids while my dad and them drank beer or whatever. I barely remember the names. I think it's Ron and Barb, but they had like kids that were slightly younger than me. But I remember that this dude, he came and tried to say some shit to me, and he was I don't know what it was like. That ice cream was terrible. Not. And I was like, huh, whatever. And then a couple times later, as far as hanging out, like, I don't know, let's say a few weeks later, we went bowling with this guy, Ron and Barb and his kids. And then he was wearing a T-shirt that said "not" with an exclamation point. And that's when I realized, I'm like, they got it wrong. Whoever made that shirt, no, it's not "not," it's "not," because it's a little snarky, kind of like, it's kind of like dude, nice shirt, not. It's not nice shirt, not. But that's how, like I said, whatever 49-year-old guy from Manhattan, that was like, oh, so I hear this shit in movies, and I hear the kids saying on the streets, I want to make money off it. He got it all wrong. He thought it was like, like more like a teenage rebellion thing. Not. No, it's a snarky kind of like, hey, not. A little smoother than that. But because obviously those products with the exclamation point were made by someone that doesn't even know what the fuck they're talking about. But that's how it goes, because I mean, really, I'm sure it happens sometimes. Probably Mark Zuckerberg or whatever. Might be a good example. But someone who's actually in it and is actually on a kind of organic, like, ground level way, experiencing like, okay, this is something people might want, something might need. It's just kind of part of the way our culture is going. Yeah, usually it seems to be that doesn't happen that often. It seems to be old people that are like, let me make money off the youth. You know, uh, there's got to be other examples. There's got to be. Oh, okay. Like, have you ever done this shit? Um, like, let's say, okay, I'll give an example. Like when I was a kid, I might, let's say I'm 15 years old and I roll with my dad to like a thrift store or an antique store. I'll see some shit. Now, mind you, I straddled like the late 80s and the 90s for my growing up period. So like I would consider like 88 through 99 like my real growing period where I grew up. Um, so, but having been a little kid in the 80s, when I'm a teenager, where I think, oh, of course, everything is like, yeah, that's whack, yo, whatever. Like, you have a kind of attitude. I might see like I might go to an antique store and see this lamp. Like it's ceramic on the bottom, the part, the base of it is ceramic. It'll be like a like a red brick wall, little piece of a brick wall that says like "hanging tough" on it, in some type of graffiti letters that you would never see. Like it's very clear. You don't have to decipher it. It's very hanging tough. And I would look at that and go, "What the hell? Like whoever said that? Who said that?" And then go, "Ding! Oh, that's probably from the late '80s." The whoa, hanging tough, like that bullshit. I'm like, oh. And damn well it was not some screaming fan 14-year-old girl that loved the New Kids on the Block that fucking marketed that lamp. It was some old guy that was like, my daughter's going crazy for this hanging tough song. Oh, it sounds like a catchphrase. I'm gonna make a bunch of ceramic lamps and make some money off it. Now, when I think about products like that, where I go, who the fuck ever bought that? At least one person gets in this fucking antique shop. What? That's the kind of shit that I would think like the parents would buy it like for their kid. Like, oh yeah, I mean it's a light, but hanging tough. Who wants that on their? Anyways, what that kind of reminds me of now is like, and I'm sure some people that are listening might be guilty. Mostly women trying to be cute on Facebook. Um, nowadays, I think the equivalent is shit like mustache novelty items. Like the shit you might buy, like, you know, at either like a gag gift store, or sometimes they sell them like right next to the register at a convenience store. I'm always like, paying for my shit, and I'm looking like mustache lollipops. Okay, mustache stickers. Mustache mints, which is not even mints shaped as mustaches. It's just some cheap chalky mints in a box with a mustache on it. And I'm like, motherfuckers actually buy this shit? And apparently some of it is working, because it's been like 4 years now that I've been seeing that shit, maybe 5, and I still see it at the stores and shit. And what cracks me up about that is like the fact that somebody's buying that stuff. But I'll see this shit. I'm like on Facebook, I only see women doing this, so I don't know why. Maybe it's some kind of weird fantasy about being able to grow a mustache. But I see women always like taking pictures of themselves in the store, holding up these things to their lip, like, oh, isn't this cute? Oh, you know, like, oh, I see this shit where they have glasses with a mustache hanging off a chain, and the girls go, oh, look at me, I'm so cute, ha ha ha, like my picture, and they post a picture of them wearing that stupid shit. Rings with a mustache on them. Oh. Or my favorite, when they draw one with a Sharpie and they do this stuff in a group. You know, like, look at us ladies, we have mustaches. But what makes me laugh even more is to think of that old fucker that was like, oh, the kids seem to be liking the mustaches nowadays. You know, I'm seeing a lot more handlebar mustaches. They're making a spectacle of it. Oh, it must be a cultural phenomenon. Let me make some little fucking cheesy products, and fucking maybe I can buy a second houseboat with this shit. Even though it's just been around for a while, I'm assuming it's kind of selling. I hope it's not, because they're at least losing a lot of sales by a smartphone. Because think about it, if a girl thinks that's cute or it's funny, back in the day, she would have to buy that thing and bust it out like at a house party. Like, hey, look at me, I have a fake mustache. Isn't it cute? Take some pictures, I hope. Give me doubles. Don't forget to bring me doubles. Look at me. Now, it's fucking cheap. They just go, bam, and they put it on Facebook right there in the store, put that thing back in the bucket it came from, and then 30 seconds later, zzz, 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 her phone's buzzing because she's already collecting the likes off Facebook. Like, oh, oh, look at all the attention I'm getting from the fake mustache thing. So, like, I'm willing to bet that 10 years from now, maybe 15, there'll be some kid going through like a, let's say it's a thrift shop, or an antique shop or something like that, or one of those like cool, we sell retro shit, walking by and going like, Mom, what the hell is that? That lamp looks really weird. Why is it like, it's like, looks like black waves going this way. What is that? Oh, honey, that's a mustache lamp. Yeah. Mustache lamp? Yeah, it's, a mustache. People liked that back then? Apparently somebody did. It's here.